Foam roller recovery time. I lit some candles. One of them smells really nice. So you might want to choose to do that. I got a lava lamp. I got a foam roller. I got a mat. And let's do it. Bring the roller up behind the upper back. Bring the hands behind the head. Whenever you're here, you always want to support your head. We'll just start with upper back movement. If you have osteoporosis, limit your movement or don't do it at all. You're just going to let your head and shoulders drift backwards and then back up just a little bit. Just a little warm-up move. Back and over. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. This time we're going to lift up the hips. So the hips will lift and we'll start actually rolling on the upper back between the bottom of the ribs and the shoulders. Again, hold your head. Put the roller into the edge of the shoulder blades. You can lengthen your spine out and then you can flex it a little bit when you come towards the back. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Have a seat. Reach your arms forward and come up to see it. All right, so we're going to do that upper back bend again. And again, move it around until you feel comfortable with the positioning. This is going to be a more extreme bend because you're more at the junction of the rib cage, whereas here it's a little gentler and it's a little more focused in the shoulder blade area. The top of the spine here is going to be a little bit more intense. So try it out, figure out where you want to experiment with this. Let's just do one more. Inhale back. Good. Extend the legs, reach the arms, come up to seated. Woo! Feel that in the upper back. So we're going to lay down. I want you to go right behind your kneecaps. There's a lot of lymph nodes back there. So you're just going to give them a little bit of a massage. Rolling the legs out and in, like so. If you watch my toes, you should be able to see. And then we're going to push the roller down towards the calves. Working in the gastroc-soleus area, which are those two lower leg muscles in the back. If you wear a lot of high heels or you've been stuck in boots, there's not a lot of movement through the ankles. And we want to keep that restored and flexible and pliable. You can always cross one leg over to roll back and forth. Don't flex your feet or tighten up your muscles. Just let the legs relax. Switch sides. If this is too much, just keep both legs separated. It might be too much. I like to go down by the ankles too. Down here, right where the end of the Achilles is, up into the gastroc-soleus. That can be a pretty intense spot. Feels great though. underneath your hamstrings. So above the knee, right back here. And all you have to do is just lift your hips. That's going to give you some pressure. Again, don't flex your feet, just let your legs relax. And then again, if you just turn the legs in and out a little bit, you'll get a little massage. You'll pull the hamstrings apart. Two more of those. And then hips down. Bend the knees. Let's push the roller away. Extend the legs out. Nice flex. And release. Good. Let's turn on our sides. And we'll come to hands and knees. My lava lamp's taking forever to warm up. We'll be done before it's bubbling. Okay, let's go to thighs. Quadriceps here. Right on top of the thighs. So you're going to want to start back here. Go ahead and place the roller up against the knees and then just lay the thighs down on top. And you're just going to pull the roller, pull your body back and forth, which will roll your legs on top. Keep your tummy muscles lifted so your spine doesn't sag. So you want to stay lifted to your lower back. Turn the toes out, like so. You get more of the inside edges of the legs. If you roll the toes in and the heels out, you're going to get more of the outside edges. Sometimes the longer you go here, the more you feel these. Just breathe. Get back to the knees. Go ahead and see if you can sit. Hands on the roller, push it away. Good. Exhale away. Inhale it. Exhale away. Go to your side. So we're going to go on the side of the ribs. This is a pretty intense location for me. You can be in your armpits. Again, you've got a lot of lymph nodes there. Or you can be a little bit down closer to the base of the rib cage. I wouldn't be all the way down here. Somewhere in here. This, for me, is a kind of an intense location. So I like to go onto my elbow. That way I can monitor how much pressure I'm putting on my ribs. So I'm just going to roll back and forth. I want to breathe each time. If this isn't enough pressure for you, you can lay all the way down so that you don't have, see, I can't even do that. That's too much for me. I'm going to roll over and reach. I'm going to bring my leg back behind me. Take a breath. Roll back and open. Hold your head if you need to. Roll away. Back and open. towards the roller and then away from the roller. Side should feel pretty open now. Towards the roller and away. Good, I'm going to switch sides. Finding that spot that works the best for me, closer to the bottom of my ribs. I'm going to go back and forth on the rib cage. Just breathing. Good. Hold your head here. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, man. Reach. One more time. Back. And come up to seated. Go ahead and side bend. Good. Roller out in front of you, legs are crossed. Go ahead and bend forward. Come up and bend forward. One more time. Out. And lift. All right, we're going to lay on it long ways. So important that your whole body's on top. Just a tip, it's probably best to get up on top of it the way I just showed you. What I'll see people do when they're trying to get on, my screensaver again, is they'll do something like this, and then try to sit down. And if you don't have this kind of movement in your knees, it doesn't work very well. So I would just sit on the floor and pull the roller up next to you. Put your hand down and just kind of shimmy yourself up on top here. And before you lay down, you got to go all the way to the end, all the way. Then you can lay down. All right, so we're just gonna plant ourselves here for a little bit. We're gonna do a bunch of variations up here. Pull my pants down. Come on, pants. Let's go down. There we go. Okay, so it's gonna start with puppet arms. So you're gonna lift the shoulder blades up and down. Where you put your feet is totally up to you. The wider your feet are, the easier it'll be to stay up on top. So if you want to not have to struggle with being up here, widen your feet out pretty wide. Mine are as wide as my mat. Lift and lower. Breathe for me. Now I want you to just hug the roller with your shoulder blades. So actively squeeze it and then move your shoulders up and down like so. This will give you a little massage right between the shoulder blades and the rhomboids. Feels really nice. And you can even lift the shoulders, drop them back down, slide, lift. the shoulder blades that are moving. My arms just go with them. One more, now go the other way, up and around. One more. Good. Let's take right arm up and over. Whatever your range is, you go there, okay? This might be your range. You might be able to get your arm all the way down. I can't, almost. Other side I can. Right arm I can't, okay? Switch. Breathe when you switch. One more time. How's our lava lamp doing? Oh, it's getting there. All right, fingers on the floor. You're just gonna take your whole spine and you're gonna go side to side on the top. Back and forth, side to side. Careful, your hair might get stuck. You'll get caught underneath, so. So you go from one side of the tailbone to the other, one side of the shoulder blade to the other. You're gonna have a space in your lower back that's completely normal. Good. We're gonna settle down in the middle. Lift up the arms, grab your wrists. Okay? Not here, wrists here. So you're gonna come up and over your head. Go ahead and let your neck get longer when you do that. Then bring the arms forward. That reminds me, if you have some issues with your neck, where your chest is lifted or your head is like this, please put a towel behind your head, okay? So we'll go up, inhale, and exhale. Up and over. Again, up and over. One more time. Good, so we're gonna go all the way around. And reverse. One more. Good. Arms here, bend, open. Some people, elbows go all the way to the floor. I've got about this much room between my elbow and the floor. I'm tight here. As you start to let your arms go, you'll start to feel that pectoral muscle getting lengthened here right between the front of the shoulder and the ribs. Your elbows may eventually touch the floor. They're getting there. They're getting there. Oof, especially this one. Remember, this was the arm that didn't touch the floor before. Let's see. Oh, better. It's touching now. So I've released the back of my shoulder blades, which is allowing my arm bone and my shoulder blades to have a bigger range of motion. Good, and then just little bent elbows, snow angels here. You probably will feel these right underneath the shoulder blades there. All right, let's check our arms again. Left arm's totally fine. Yes, right arm's touching. And you want to keep the ribs settled down, right? These want to stay relaxed. Over each side. Good. All right, to get off, you're just gonna roll to the side. I just want you to lay here for a moment and just explore what that feels like on your back. And notice what's connected to the floor now that maybe wasn't before. All right, well, the last thing we're gonna do is for the hips. So come up to seated. Don't worry, I'll do more of these. I have a lot of exercises that can be done on the foam roller. All right, so I'm sitting on it. I guess I need a foam roller that's a different color, don't I? Can you see that side? This way. So I'm sitting on it, okay? And I'm gonna just roll back and forth between my tailbone and my sitting bones. So I'm just gonna let my body shift forward and backwards. And then I'm gonna put my right hand down and I'm gonna shift over to my right butt cheek and I'm gonna roll on my right butt cheek. I know it's not the ideal clothing for this, but you know what? I just didn't feel like putting leggings on. Other side. So I'm pushing myself with this leg back and forth. This leg's almost straight, not quite. How's our lava lamp doing? Oh, there goes my computer again. Why can't I remember to turn that off? So good. Okay, back over to the other side. So you're going to cross your right leg. This is where it gets kind of intense. And just roll back and forth on that right butt cheek. You can shift this way if you like, especially as you go that direction. And now the other side. Just a great little 30-minute refocus, regroup from this craziness that we are experiencing. It's actually quite traumatic, for me anyway. I don't know about you, but it's quite traumatic for me. I have family in Manhattan, and including a grandson and my mother and father. So these next few weeks are going to be very challenging to keep it together. Exercise is my savior, my personal savior. So I will keep moving every day because that's how I stay sane. And I encourage you to do the same. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do, and I can't emphasize this enough, okay? You are going to stand on the foam roller. You must hold on to a wall or something that does not move. A railing, it works too, like a stairway railing. So I'm gonna stand up, and I have a wall here. It's gonna work. So I'm gonna get everything out of my way. So this works on the fascia of the bottom of your feet, which is what foam rollers do. They move the fascia around in your body, giving it hydration. I don't do IT band. IT band it's not a muscle or tissue. It's more of a flat band. And I don't like to roll on that. I don't think it's friendly. But in my next video, I'll show you some other things that we can do in the legs that might help release some of that stuff. All right, so you want to hold on. Please don't let go. You want to draw on your core muscles, and you're going to allow the roller to move a little bit. Now, you want to be careful that when you drop your heels off the back, that the roller doesn't go like that, out from underneath you. So keep your body pretty close to the wall, and as you let your heels drop, kind of grip the roller with your toes so that the roller cannot move or spit out from underneath you. Okay? You got me? Don't grip too tight with your toes, otherwise they'll cramp up. You can roll your heels in and out. Push your roller up against the wall, flex your foot. Slide your opposite leg backwards a little bit. Lift up the heel in the back. Bring it down, switch sides. You can do all these exercises for as long as you want. You can put everything on pause and start it up again when you're ready to move on. All right. That's what I got for you today. Thank you so much. Stay safe.